CONTX clips.
So you're still into your boxing and you just still do your jiu-jitsu stuff?
I haven't done it this year, man. Since actually even last year, like since COVID, when everything shut down, I sort of stopped. 2019, I started doing all of that like quite seriously.
Yeah.
I was doing like weights in the morning and then either boxing or jiu-jitsu at night. And then I was like training for a tournament in jiu-jitsu and a fight in boxing. I did the tournament for jiu-jitsu and it was like such a wicked experience. And then after that, just kept training, wanting to get better, but then COVID happened and then fall into that big cycle.
Yeah, okay, right.
So it's like, yeah. And then this year I hadn't really wanted to go back into it. For some reason, my focus was just on weightlifting. But yeah, no, that was a good year. It was a hard year of training.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. There was just a lot of stuff going on for me that year and that was sort of like my rock through it all. So that's like my thing.
Gave you a bit of structure.
Yeah, it was just like 2019 was like probably one of my not great years.
Yeah, okay.
Just like had a lot of shit going on. And for me, like training was like that 1 to 2, even 3 hours a day where I was just thinking about nothing else.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Really
just,
in the moment sort of thing.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like, I wasn't like training like, oh, I want to fucking hurt people. Like,
Yeah.
It was just like, that's 3 hours where I'm thinking about nothing but that. Everything else that's going on doesn't matter. So it's like that year
almost
for
like
training.
a bit of a therapeutic thing, really.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like I've done it before, like going to therapy and it's not for me, bro.
Yeah.
Like if I think for that stuff, it depends if you've got the right therapist. I feel like you really have to have a connection with that therapist.
For sure.
To be able to talk to them. It's not just like you can walk into any therapist and they help you.
Well, yeah, it's like any relationship, I guess. It takes time to build up a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, I remember saying like ages ago, I saw a psychologist for a bit. And yeah, like you sort of see him once and then it's like, oh, I really don't want to do that again. And then you slowly like it after you've been seeing him for like a year, you almost become like friends in a way. It's a bit bizarre.
See, I never got to that point. I don't know why. I think it was just, I went in one day and I was just, I never went back to that like, oh, I don't want to do it again. I just was like, well, tried that. Let's try something else.
Gym.
Yeah. Go to the gym, blast my headphones out for like an hour. But
yeah, that's really cool that you found as sort of a method that, you know, you tried the more traditional means to deal with your shit, but it didn't work for you and you've actually, you found what works for you.
Yeah. It's just, I just found that's what, like even through, and to be fair, like going to therapy and actually like doing that properly probably would have got to the stuff, like gotten to the bottom of stuff a bit quicker. But at the same time, dealing with, if you can manage to deal with it yourself and find your own way of soothing the problem, I feel like that gives you something.
Yeah.
You probably get it from therapy as well because they've still given you the tools to deal with whatever that is. But like, if you can get there on your own, it's like you've already got that game plan in your head.
Yeah, and I guess it would be more of a psychological confidence boost, really, because you've really taken it upon yourself to do it yourself, instead of relying on outside help. So it's like you've
done it once, it's like strap up, do it again.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is, it's like still the same like stuff's gonna work to an extent, you'd hope. But yeah. So
who got you into your martial arts and your boxing and stuff?
I used to box with my dad when I was little.
Yeah, I think I remember years ago, we were fucking...
I know what you mean.
Yeah, we were in your little downstairs theatre, and you like beat the fuck out of me.
I was just taking advantage of the moment, bro. I was like, I've been training for this.
Yeah, I was a little kid and I'm still like, I'm not very tall. And this motherfucker right here just beat the fuck out of me.
It was like that moment, I was like, I got this one on my sleeve. But my dad used to like, not serious, my dad used to box quite a lot, and because
he's a pretty big guy, like tough sort of
big dude. But him and his mates like started boxing like quite seriously for a bit, and then I don't know, when I was like not super young, but probably about 7 ish, he used to just start taking me on the pads and stuff, and then I think having that very early on sort of already had that like not natural, but like already had that technique there. So going back to it when I was like 18 was just a lot easier to pick up.
Oh yeah, because you've already got the muscle memory.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you've already got like those basics that you don't need to think about in the beginning. So that was really cool when I started doing that. So
yeah, wow. So what are your thoughts around the whole like Mayweather and all these Instagram douchebags doing? I mean, they're good people.
To an extent.
What are your thoughts around that? Do you think that's a bad thing for the sport of boxing?
Honestly, I think it's a little bit insulting.
Right. Okay.
Especially the Mayweather one. Like,
yeah. where he got paid like $100 million or something.
Yeah, so it's like the ones where it's like TikTokers versus YouTubers and shit. Like I don't really have an issue with that. Like you want to get in a ring and fight, do it. You're gonna make a heap of money. Like I'd probably do it too. But like the Mayweather one specifically, like there's a lot of dudes, bro, that like deserved that fight.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And it's like trained their whole lives, and then some
yeah.
YouTube kid, well, he's not just a YouTube.
What's this called? I'm gonna look it up.
Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but no, he's I mean, yeah, it is quite bizarre to watch, and like his brother Jake, apparently he's like very serious about boxing.
Yeah, but like,
do you think he's just saying that, or he's just like found his new thing that he's going to do for a few years and then?
I don't know, man. Like Jake's a weird one because that dude has the internet in his hand.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's like he knows it as well, and it's hard to pick how much of it is just an act for a check, and how much of it he genuinely believes. I think the fight with Woodley was going to set him back a little bit though. I really hope Woodley puts him on his ass because his head is just going to explode, bro. If he beats like an ex-UFC champion.
Yeah. And they're in the boxing ring, not in the octagon?
They are boxing, it's not MMA, but...
Yeah.
Just feels like a pissing contest a lot of the time.
Yeah, even then, man, I'm like, Woodley is like a proper fighter.
Yeah, like
even though Ben was a fighter, he was like the joke of the UFC.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't stand up to save his life.
Yeah.
Didn't take training seriously at all for that fight. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. He lives it. He lives and breathes the hate though, Jake.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He's like, everyone's hating on him and like putting them on their stories and stuff. He's like, this is exactly what he wants.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. I mean, right after the... Because it was an exhibition match, am I correct? So it's like
Ben Askren.
No, sorry, for the Mayweather and Logan fight. So it didn't count to like a professional record.
Nah, that's why there was no winner because exhibition fights you can't win on points. You can only win by knockout.
Okay, right. Yeah, I think right after that, Jake posted on his Instagram like, my brother just beat like fucking Floyd Mayweather, and then he deleted it like straight away. Yeah, it was fucking funny, dude.
That was weird, man, because even Logan was like posting like dub and like W, and I'm like, I don't know if he's meaning dub in life because he got to fight him or he actually thinks he won because there's a big difference.
Yeah, for sure.